Rise and shine, fight fans. You better grab your popcorn because the women's bracket is about to detonate. We are live from the scorching heart of the desert, where the Dubai Duty Free isn't just a tournament anymore, it is a battlefield. Whether you are tuning in from Jakarta, Prague, or somewhere in the middle, lock it in. We are minutes away from a round of 16 brawl that has every tennis head on the planet holding their breath. Tonight, when those floodlights hit at 10 p.m. Dubai time, we are watching a collision that feels like it was scripted by the tennis gods themselves. In the red corner, you have the comeback queen, the Romanian gladiator who found the fountain of youth. Forget magic potions, this is pure grit and competitive nastiness. She is fresh off gold, playing the tennis of her life at 35 years young. That is Sorana Cirstea, and staring her down is the Southpaw storm turning Dubai into her own backyard. We are talking about the 20-year-old phenom out of the Philippines, a rising star who just 24 hours ago shook the foundations of this sport by absolutely dismantling the world number 8. Say hello to the fearless Alexandra Eala. And guys, this is way bigger than just a match. We are witnessing a moment that could completely flip the script for the 2026 season. You cannot hype this enough because this is a WTA 1000 event. In the tennis food chain, this is the penthouse level, right below the 4 majors. The ranking points on the table, massive. The pressure is enough to crack a diamond, and the atmosphere, it is gonna be deafening. If you missed yesterday, you missed history. Alexandra Eala did not just beat Jasmine Paolini. She rode a tidal wave of energy from thousands of screaming Filipino fans. The Kabayan faithful turned that stadium into a fortress of pure noise. It was electric, spine-tingling stuff. And tonight, that entire wall of sound is aimed right at Sorana Cirstea. Now, look, if anyone can stare down a hostile mob and shut them up with one cross-court winner, it is Cirstea. She has been grinding on this tour for nearly 2 decades. She has seen the hype trains come, and she has seen them derail. She knows buzz does not win matches, rackets do. And right now, she is striking that ball with a clean power that makes her birth certificate irrelevant. She is walking into this fight with a very dangerous kind of swagger that represents the confidence of a vet who knows her game inside and out. She just grabbed a trophy in Cluj-Napoca, and she truly believes she has unfinished business at the top of the mountain. Let's rewind 24 hours to understand the seismic shift that set this up. Alexandra Eala, sitting at world number 47, is hitting a peak that gets higher every week. She stepped up against Jasmine Paolini. We are talking a top 10 staple, a former champ here, a player known for speed and grit. On paper, that looked like a tall order, but on the court, it was a revolution. Eala came out of the gate on fire. She snatched that first set 6-1 before Paolini could even settle in. And when it got messy in the second, when the veteran tried to drag her into the deep end, Eala did not flinch. She leveled up. That tie break showed the kind of ice-cold composure you cannot teach. You would think she has been on the main stage for 10 years, not 2. That when her 3rd top 10 kill sent a message loud and clear. It told everyone that Alexandra Eala is done learning the ropes. It is showtime. But breaking out is one thing, staying there is another. And tonight, she is facing a different beast. Cirstea ain't Paolini. Cirstea is pure, heavy artillery, a flat-hitting assassin who robs you of time. What she did to Linda Noskova last round was surgical. She chewed that kid up and spit her out in straight sets. Her serve is booming, her returns are heavy, and she is moving better now than she did in her 20s. This Romanian vet is out to prove 35 is the new 25. So what happens when you smash decades of experience right into a tidal wave of young momentum? It's a total clash of styles, Cirstea's heavy, flat-hitting firepower going head-to-head with Eala's whip-cracking lefty spin. We're finding out tonight. And let me tell you, the strategy game here, it's gonna be nuts. First up, you've got Eala, the Southpaw. Just being a lefty throws a wrench in everybody's game plan. Think about that cross-court forehand. It's her go-to move, locking right onto a right-hander's backhand. But it doesn't just sit there. It kicks way out, forcing you off the court and opening up crazy angles. If you watched her work Jasmine Paolini yesterday, you basically saw the cheat sheet for how she's going to handle Cirstea tonight. And the numbers on Eala's serve, they tell the whole story. She's not built like a 6'2" giant. She isn't blasting 120-mile-per-hour missiles like Rybakina or Sabalenka just for show. Eala has to be a surgeon with her placement, especially with that devastating lefty slice. Stretching it wide on the ad court, that is her bread and butter. It drags her opponent way off the court, leaving the rest of the floor wide open for the knockout punch. Against Paolini, she landed 67% of her first serves. That's solid numbers, but check this out. She won 86% of the points when that first serve went in during the first set. That is straight up elite efficiency. The second that ball landed, she owned the point. She didn't give Paolini a single inch to breathe. She was all over that +1 shot, smashing the very next ball after the serve with zero hesitation. Don't sleep on her backhand either. That thing has some serious pop. Usually the two-hander is just for keeping the rally alive, but Eala rips it. She flattens it out down the line like a pro. But the real story yesterday, her head game. That second set tiebreaker was ice cold. Paolini was pouring on the pressure, and the crowd was ready to explode. Eala stayed totally chill, kept her feet moving. That's how you know she's ready for the big leagues. But let's keep it real. She's got weaknesses. Sometimes she just gets muscled off the court. When the ball comes in fast and flat, her forehand gets jammed. With that extreme grip she uses, she needs a split second to set up. Take that time away, and she starts shanking shots or leaving them way too short. And leaving the ball short against Sorana Cirstea, that's a death sentence. Now let's talk Cirstea. The Romanian vet is 35 and turned pro back in 2006. Think about that. She was grinding on tour before the iPhone was even a thing. She's thrown down with Henin, Kleisters, Serena, Sharapova. The woman has seen every trick in the book. For the longest time, Cirstea was this dangerous wild card you couldn't figure out. One day she beats the world number 1, the next she loses to someone ranked number 100. Brilliant, but totally unpredictable. But the last 18 months flipped the script. We are watching a late career comeback you almost never see in this sport. She just snagged a huge win over in Napoca. And that wasn't just a win at home, it was a beatdown. She absolutely crushed Emma Raducanu, a Grand Slam champ, in the final. That win put some serious swagger back in her step. Cirstea's game is built on flat, nasty power. She takes the ball incredibly early. She isn't big on heavy topspin like the kids today. Her shots skid through the court, which is absolutely deadly on these Dubai hard courts. The ball stays low and refuses to bounce up nicely. It just rushes you constantly. Against Linda Noskova in the last round, Cirstea was a machine. And Noskova hits hard. Cirstea took all that pace and sent it right back with laser precision. She cruised 6-1, 6-4, and barely broke a sweat. She ran Noskova ragged, side to side, exposing every flaw in the rookie's footwork. Cirstea's serve also has way more weight behind it than Eala's. She can paint the tee, and her kick serve is solid. But tonight, her biggest weapon is going to be the return game. Because Eala doesn't have that monster power, look for Cirstea to step inside the baseline. She wants to catch it early and blast returns right at Eala's feet. If she shuts down those service games, the momentum swings hard to the Romanian. This whole battle really comes down to 3 key things. Phase 1 is the serve and return. Eala has to keep her first serve percentage above 60%. Anything less, and she is in deep trouble. Cirstea eats second, serves for breakfast. She will absolutely punish anything that sits short. It starts with the serve. Eala has to handcuff Cirstea with body shots, jamming her up so she can't extend those arms. Cirstea loves to swing free, so if you cramp her style, she falls apart. But flip the script, and Cirstea's own serve is going to test how fast Eala can scramble. Since Eala is a lefty, watch for her to slide that serve wide on the deuce side to drag Cirstea off the court, then fire down the tee on the ad side. Eala needs to have eagle eyes on that ball toss. If she can return deep, she neutralizes Cirstea's first strike power instantly. Phase 2 is where we get into the baseline slugfest. This is where the geometry of the court gets wild. Eala is hunting for that cross-court forehand to attack Cirstea's backhand. That is the classic lefty playbook. But here is the catch. Cirstea has a world-class backhand down the line that is absolute laser beam. If Eala goes cross-court but leaves it short, she is toast. Cirstea will step in and crush a backhand bomb into the open court. Eala absolutely has to keep the ball deep. She needs to push Cirstea way behind the baseline. In a forehand-to-forehand fight, Cirstea has the raw muscle, but Eala has the protractor working those superior angles. Eala creates those sharp, dipping angles with heavy topspin. Cirstea hits the ball flat as a pancake. It is spin versus flat power. Hard courts usually love speed, but that topspin gives Eala the safety net. Phase 3 is the fitness check. Eala is 20 years old with fresh legs. Her movement is insane. She is sliding on concrete like it is clay and chasing down balls that should be winners. Cirstea is 35 and in killer shape, no doubt, but she does not have that 0 to 60 explosive burst she had 10 years ago. Eala needs to make this physical, drag the points out. If the rally goes over 5 shots, put your money on the kid. If it is under 4 shots, that is Cirstea's world. Eala should throw in some junk, maybe use the drop shot, drag Cirstea to the net, test those veteran legs, see if she still wants to sprint and recover. They have danced once before. Madrid, 2024. On the dirt, Cirstea took it in 3 sets. Why does that matter? First, it proves Eala can hang with her. She took a set off a veteran on clay. Second, it shows Cirstea eventually figured out the puzzle. But that was 2 years ago. Eala was 18, a rookie. Now she is 20. Stronger and way more battle-tested. Most importantly, tonight is hard court, not clay. Clay slows down. Cirstea's flat hitting a bit. The hard court makes those shots skid, but it also makes Eala's lefty serve way nastier. The surface changes the entire vibe. The ranking stakes here are huge. A win could vault Eala into the top 40, maybe even top 35, depending on how the chips fall elsewhere. That is life-changing stuff. It guarantees she gets into the main draw of every major tournament for 12 months. It means she gets seeded at the smaller events. Her whole schedule changes. No more grinding through qualifiers. She becomes a main tour staple for Southeast Asia. For Cirstea, staying in the top 32 at age 35 is the holy grail. It means you avoid the monsters like Swiatek or Sabalenka in the early rounds. It saves your body. It extends your career. She is fighting to stay in the elite tier, but the mental game tonight runs deeper than just the crowd. The X factor tonight is the emotional hangover. Eala is coming off a euphoric high, beating a top 10 player, the biggest win of her life. The danger is the crash. Young players often win a massive match and then come out flat as a soda the next day. They feel like they have already won the tournament mentally. Eala needs a complete hard reset. That Paolini win is ancient history now. Tonight is a street fight. Cirstea is dealing with the opposite problem. She is the favorite on paper, but the underdog in the stadium. A slow start with that crowd in her head could make the wheels come off. We have seen the meltdowns before. She wears her heart on her sleeve. If Eala breaks early and the Filipino fans start chanting, Cirstea might panic and start overhitting just to shut them up. That is when the errors start piling up. But do not sleep on Cirstea. She is a warrior. She is Romanian tough. She has bounced back from injuries and slumps before. She does not surrender. If Eala wants this win, Cirstea is not going to gift wrap it. Eala has to rip it out of her hands. The coaching battle is going to be front and center. Watch the player boxes. Eala's team is preaching patience and depth. They know Cirstea needs rhythm, so they want to break it. Moonballs, slices, drives, never give her the same look twice. Cirstea's corner is screaming for aggression. They want her dominating the center of the court, playing strike tennis. They know if Eala starts dictating the points, that lefty spin becomes a nightmare. The predictions are split. If it goes 3 sets, advantage Eala, the crowd, and the youth take over. 2 sets, advantage Cirstea. Cirstea has the power to blow Eala off the court in 80 minutes if she gets in the zone. The first 4 games are absolutely critical. If Cirstea holds serve easily, she settles in. If Eala breaks early, the roof comes off the place. This match is the perfect snapshot of the WTA right now. Legends like Serena and Venus are gone or quiet. The new queens like Swiatek and Sabalenka are ruling. It's a total war zone out there right now. You've got the old guard lifers like Azarenka and Pavlyuchenkova refusing to die, and these hungry kids like Eala, Noskova, and Andreeva coming for their heads. And tonight, it's that whole battle shrunk down to a single fight, Manila taking a swing at Bucharest. It's the shiny Rafa Nadal Academy versus the School of Hard Knocks, the future trying to kill the enduring present. It's all going down under those blinding lights on courts that play faster than ice. You seriously couldn't write a better script. Picture this: a young woman carrying the weight of an entire nation on her back, staring down someone who's spent half her life scraping and clawing to stay alive in the most brutal sport on earth. When that clock winds down and they walk the tunnel, don't look at the stats, look at their faces. Check Eala. Is she loose? Is she smiling? Or is that pressure starting to squeeze? Then look at Sorana. Is she locked in? Is she blocking out the noise? The warm-up tells you everything you need to know. Listen to the sound the ball makes coming off the strings. With Cirstea, it should sound like a shotgun going off. Asterisk, crack, asterisk. Eala, she should sound like a whip. Asterisk, thwack, asterisk. That's the cold beauty of this game. You're exposed. There's nowhere to hide. No teammates to bail you out. No clock to hide behind. You have to actually win those final points yourself. And getting to that finish line means dragging yourself through hell and high water. The players are ready. The crowd is juiced. Let's watch history get made. The stage is set. The battle lines are drawn. The hype is absolutely off the charts. We've broken down the mechanics. We've analyzed the head games. And we know exactly how massive this moment is for both Sorana and Alex. But before we let the rackets do the talking, I want to leave you with one last thought on what this fight really represents. People love to say tennis is just for Europe or the States, but look at what's happening in Dubai. Look at Alexandra Eala. This is the sport going global for real. The Philippines, that place absolutely breathes sports. Basketball and boxing are basically religions over there, but they've been waiting a long time for a hero on the tennis court. They've had some doubles wizards and promising juniors, but they haven't had a legit single star kick down the door of the elite until now. So when Alex steps onto center court, it's not just about her. She's carrying the flag for all of Southeast Asian tennis. She's walking proof that you don't need to be 6'2" and built like a linebacker to hang in the modern game. You can win with guts, with smarts, with that lefty spin, and a heart that just won't quit. A win tonight blows the roof off everything. A quarterfinal at a tournament this big, that's the kind of launch pad that sent Emma Raducanu and Leylah Fernandez to the moon. Eala is standing right on the edge of that cliff. One match changes your whole life. But hold on, let's not sleep on Cirstea's story here. We're always so desperate to crown the new queen, we forget to respect the one still standing. Cirstea is a masterclass in professionalism. To be ranked 32nd in the world at 35 years old, that's a freak of nature stuff. The discipline that takes is off the charts. The diet, the recovery, the grind. Doing that for 20 years and still having the hunger to scrap with 20-year-olds on a random Tuesday night, that demands respect. Cirstea is playing for her legacy now, proving those recent titles weren't a fluke, reminding everyone that class is permanent. A victory for her is a win for every veteran who refuses to go quietly into the night. It puts her right back in the mix for a massive title. So, who's your pick? Are you riding the wave with the Filipino crowd going nuts? Or are you backing the cold, hard experience of the Romanian vet? My advice, don't bet the rent on the outcome. Just watch the fight, watch the footwork, watch their eyes when they sit down on the changeovers, watch how they handle the squeeze, because that's where the truth comes out. We don't watch sports for the easy wins. We watch for the struggle. We watch for that moment where talent smacks into opportunity and only one person walks through the door. Tonight, 10 to 10 p.m. Center Court, Dubai. Sorana versus Alexandra. The veteran, the prodigy, the silencer, the phenomenon. It's going to be loud, intense, and you can't miss it. Make sure you hit that subscribe button because the second this ends, we're back with the full breakdown, the highlights, and the raw reactions. We'll dissect every break point, every tie break, every sketchy call. But the talking is done. The players are in the tunnel. The lights are down. Enjoy the show, guys. This is tennis at its absolute peak. Let's play ball.